Oh, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Oh, this is going to be a strange video, and it's going to be very difficult for me to make this. I hope I present it properly. I was in Vietnam the last 67 all through 68, and I left the first part of 69. I was there 13 months. I was 18 years old and 19 when I got out, when I came back. And I was in the Marines. I was in along the DMZ. I did nothing but pure combat. That's all I did. I don't know anything other than combat. The only thing that I really knew what was going on in the States is we'd have people killed and wounded, and the new people would come in and they would tell me, or tell us, what was going on in the States. All of our news, when we got letters, we did get letters from home. Letters from home there's a lot of things they don't tell you. And I knew it was bad in the States. I didn't know what was going on. In the way of, they had racial problems, bad racial problems. It was spilling over. Even in Vietnam we were having racial problems. But also, there was Vietnam War protesting and stuff like that. And I found it offensive. I'm there fighting for the people in the United States. And I found it offensive that they were protesting the Vietnam War. I took it like they were protesting my actions. And I mean, the things I was doing was wrong. It was morally wrong. I mean, well, war, when you go to war, you're going to see a lot of immoral acts, and you're going to be involved in a lot of them. So it was very, very difficult being there. And then when I hear about everybody's protesting and all this kind of stuff, it really makes you feel bad. Now, when I came back to the United States, I'm from a small town on the Kansas-Oklahoma line, and it was bad there. I mean, not only, of course, California. When I came into California, and all, California folk are all messed up anyway. So, but it's okay. All I want to do is just get back to my little dinky town, and get back there where I could try to get back a normal life and try to put all the war stuff behind me. And but it didn't work that way. Still, on the news all the time, you could see people protesting, and like I say, I took it offensive, like I did something wrong. And you could definitely see who I was and what I was. I mean, I had short hair. Everybody at that time, everybody had long hair at that time, so anybody you saw with short hair you knew was military. Even though people were so damn stupid, they don't understand why you have the short hair. And I don't know about other people, but I even shaved my head in Vietnam, because they would cut your head off and then hold you by the hair, and that's the kind of stuff that happens in war. It's nasty, it's ugly. And so I thought, if I'm going to be dead, I'm not going to make it any easier for you. I'm not going to let you grab my long hair and hold it up. I'm going to make you get all bloody and nasty if you're going to hold my head. So I knew it was bad. And like I say, everybody would look at you funny. It was really weird. And like I say, it was racial, so I had racial problems, and it was blacks against the whites. I'm Chinese, So I was fighting both the blacks and the whites. So it wasn't a fun time. And here I lived through something I probably shouldn't have lived through. And people are protesting what I was doing. It was bad. Okay, now, after saying that, I've come, and I've known this, I've thought about this ever since I came back from Vietnam, because I couldn't understand why people took it out on me. The war was my fault, and here I am fighting for them. It didn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, I'm going to try to make sense of this. Okay, first, I'm older and I'm wiser. And as I got older, I discouraged my kids from going into the military. And I think the military is great. I don't know about the military career, I don't know. But spending a couple of years in the military is a very good thing. It teaches you self-discipline, self-reliance. I made a video talking about you hurting these poor young people's feelings. Okay, well, no. Get them in the military. I guarantee they're going to stomp all over your feelings by making you take personal responsibility. So I think military is good. Now, and the thing is, this really, and I'm going to try to explain this. Military leaders are somewhat good. I wish I could say they're really good. You know, they've worked their way up the ranks and all this kind of stuff. So I wish I could say they're really good. But they're not all that good. And the reason is they've had to do things because of their career. They've had to make decisions because of their careers. And the way the military is set up, and that's one reason why I couldn't stand it, I didn't like it, is you have to take orders from the people above you. And there's a lot of people above you, and it's not like they get smarter as they go up. A good example is the President of the United States is the Commander-in-Chief of all the military. So, in other words, all these hard-working military people that have spent their whole careers learning the best on how to take care of their people have worked their way up, and they have to listen to a Commander-in-Chief that wants to destroy the military. Is not a good thing. And I understand constitutionally, yes, he is. But it gets to a point where bad leadership, okay, yes, it's going to kill our country. Okay, I understand that. But you're going to kill our young people. And that's because the leadership way up high is politically motivated. And so when they're politically motivated, they make bad decisions. I've talked about politicians. They're motivated by power and greed. Those are the two things that the military is not involved in. Good career military people, they're not swayed by power. In Vietnam, I'm just telling you my experience. I was out in the jungle. The rank didn't matter. Who had the knowledge was the one that told us what to do. You know, so they're the ones that you listen to, the ones that are, you know, that know what's going on. Okay, it wasn't money. I was getting paid $92, $93 a month. Believe me, I didn't do that for the money. So power and money is not the backbone of the military. Remember that. And so that's what makes the military career such a great career. They learn things, they do things, they get to travel, they take responsibility. There's all kinds of good things about the military. But, like I say, I am to the point where the military I still have no problem with. And this is what's very difficult, at least for me to understand. It's like I say, I took it like people were against me. And it wasn't. They were against the war. But like I say, it came across to me, I felt bad. They made me feel bad. I don't want to in any way insinuate that I have anything against the military people until they do immoral and unconstitutional things. That's where I draw the line. But I draw that line on anybody. I don't care military or not. Okay. So the military part, we need them. They're a good thing. I believe in a good, strong military. Now, when we send our military off to protect big business interests or political gain, I am against their activities. I wish they had the moral, political, and everything it takes that the military could realize, no, we're not going to do this. Stop. I wish there was some way you could do that. I don't know of any way. I really don't. Okay. So what I'm saying is I am against war. Now, it's funny because what I do in self-defense is when you come up against me in self-defense, you want to harm me. I haven't done nothing wrong. And you want to harm me in any way at all. I look at it as you declared war to me. And when you come to war with me, you are inviting me to your war. I didn't ask for this. You invited me. I'm going to go into it, and you are going to think I don't have any morals. And you are absolutely right. I'm going to lay my morals to the side when I go to war. That's why I always say, don't invite me into your war unless you're planning on a lot of bad things to happen. And that's why I like a good, strong military. Not that we could use them, but the idea of a good, strong military keeps people back. So that's why I say I'm against the war. We are asking for war. For the military, for the big business, to protect their interest, and for political clout. And I've already wrote my books, and I've made videos talking about if I was president, how I would do that, and it wouldn't be nothing like what they're doing right now. But what I'm saying is I am fed up. I'm fed up with them sending our young men to worthless wars. There is a reason for a war. And that reason is for resources. Like I say, whatever border we're crossing, we're going into, we're taking their resources, we're taking their land, we're taking all this stuff. In other words, we go to war to take and get something out of it. We just don't go to war just to go kill people. We don't do that. Like I say, as far as I'm concerned, when I go to war, what I say, if you ask me into your war, you better be ready. Because if you've got some country and you ask me to go to war with you, you will become a state. I will make a state out of you. You will become one of the United States. Okay. Now, you say, well, Mike, you just said having our young men go to war. How about women? That tells you how immoral this whole damn situation is. How can you be so stupid and to let our women, put our women in situations like that? Oh, well, yeah, you're just old-fashioned, Mike. Bullshit. I've got morals. I've got a backbone. I've got balls. You don't send your women in to do that kind of stuff? What, are you crazy? You immoral? I don't understand. There's a lot of wrong going on here. A lot of wrong. Now, you understand why I am against going to war. And, like I say, I'm not against our military people. I support our military people. But they need to stand morally strong. Because I don't want to have my military people being turned against us, the U.S. I want our military to protect our borders. That's their job. If they need to go overseas, then they can go overseas. Having bases, I don't know. I'm not in the circle of knowledge of what's going on. But I do realize nowadays we can set up barges out in the ocean. And they could be complete bases we could put up on the ocean. We don't need to put a base in all these different countries and stuff like that. These are just different ways of intimidating these countries. We're able to fly. We're able to do a lot of things. And like I said, we have ships. We've got everything we need that we don't need to have a physical presence in all these countries. Like I say, I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong on all this, but I do know one thing. What we're doing is wrong. We need to change our ways. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.